Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I know I haven't been on here in a while putting a video up for you on YouTube, but that is because with the holidays we were up in New Hampshire and then visiting family for a couple weeks up there, and when I came back home it's just been hitting the ground running with extracurricular activities for my kids. I also tripped on a really high curb on the way home when we stopped at a rest stop. And so I've been hurting quite a bit in my arms and neck and everything. And so it's just a slow process getting back. But I'm thankful because while I was up in New Hampshire, I actually did all of my notes for Paradox Truths and Contrasts, which is what my plan was for this kit. That's my main way that I was working through this kit. I also have some plans to possibly do some watercolor videos with the stamp sets. I'm thinking maybe a floral one, or even the kit stamp has some skis that would be cute, or there's this snowman one. So be on the lookout for that because I plan on doing at least one or two watercolor videos with those stamp sets. But I did want to show you my notes for Paradox Truths and Contrasts. I know the kit, there's still a lot of days of this month. And so I'm hoping this will be an encouragement on how to use the kit contents and a couple of the simple add-ons to create really pretty and engaging notes. And so that's how I learn. I'm a visual learner, so I like to make my notes kind of pretty, have some extra things in there. And what I did with this kit was I just basically used some labels, ephemera, some of the alpha stickers, and then I had some glue on hand and a pen. And so that's all that I did here. I believe there are still some kits in stock at By the Well for God. I will leave my affiliate link down below if you want to grab it. I really appreciated and loved this devotional. This was written by Judy. If you want a little sneak about what this devotional is about, you can pause this video and read right here the intro. But let me show you these notes. So I kept the cover very, very simple, just with the kit sticker that comes along in the basic kit. And then on the front cover, I decided to do a little title. I didn't put the truths and contrasts because I just wouldn't fit, but I loved these little houses, added this paradox die cut and added the month so I could always remember what month I worked through this devotional. Day 1 is called The Tension of Contradiction. So each day I did a little title up here and kept it the same throughout, so I knew what the whole day was about. And then in day 1, I have the description of definition of what paradox means. And then I liked highlighting certain words of verses. I also really love how we have these little stickers of verses now, so that's easy to add in. They come with the sticker sheet. I believe usually one comes with the extra set of stickers that you can purchase, and then the other one came in the Bible study bits and bobs, so you can always pick those up. We also have some little arrows that came as an extra, and these clear stickers. I don't use clear stickers when I work in my Bible often because I just prefer to use other things, but when I work in notes, I love using these clear stickers because they just melt right into the page. So I have a couple of different verses from this day, and then I also try to add some quotes and whatnot from different theologians. So today was Spurgeon. The difference and distance between God and man is revealed not to discourage us from seeking him, but to keep us humble as we seek. And so these little heart stickers come from the clear alpha stickers, so you can always use those as little dots. Then I have day 2. I'm loving using these flashcards in here too, and it takes up a good chunk of space, so you don't feel like you have to write so many notes if you don't have a lot to say. but there's always so much to study in, but I just like the color and vibrancy that it brings as well. So I have these verse cards as well in here. I have a little bit of word study on the side, and then we have our verses, also a quote from Jonathan Edwards: "You contribute nothing to your salvation except the sin that made it necessary." Next, we have day 3, strength and weakness. And so again, have some bolded, I don't know if that's the right word, but bolded words with the stickers. And then I did a little bit more studying so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. This is that word for rest upon me, to make a dwelling place. And then I have a couple different things: for the sake of Christ, then I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong. And then I put a little quote by Judy Allen in here too, from the Devotional. Next, we have gaining by losing. Obviously, we have Matthew 16:25 here. I just love these little, how they match. I just like making the colors match for each one. Obviously, this is a kit, so all the colors are going to match in general, but I like keeping it really cohesive day to day. So that's what I've tried to do. Freedom and servitude. So also using Tombow markers right here. That's what I had on hand while I was working through this, because I was also working through my new planner, my new Hobonichi. And so I've been loving that as well. In the world, a man is known by what he owns. We Christians, however, are not known by what we own, but by who owns us. It's by Paul Washer. Okay, the next day I have worthless masterpieces. So we have Philippians 2:3, "Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves." And then we have a quote from John Phillips: "Each of our lives is the canvas on which the master is producing a work of art that will fill the everlasting ages with his praise." I love that. So we have another couple of quotes in here as well, as our verses. Next is joy in grieving. So I have, a couple notes right here from David Guzik. We should not desire or hope for tribulation-free life, because God uses tribulation wonderfully in our life. God knows how much tribulation we can take, and he carefully measures, and those who are not Christians still face troubles. And so then I have, a couple different verses in here, including this little verse card. Again, loving these clear stickers. Hungry but satisfied is our next day. So I have some verses. Love this little cushiony couch. It looks so comfy. I also added these little feet with the slippers in there. Unity and diversity. And this one was kind of funny because I decided to use 2 different things in my ephemera. So I used like the snowman and the bear. And so they're having unity and diversity because, one's a bear, one's a snowman. I just thought it was kind of funny. Unity in Christ has 2 aspects. One is an objective fact. 2 is subjective experience. Christians are not commanded to become one in Christ. That is already an objective reality. Christians are told to make their subjective experience match the objective fact. Next, rest while yoked. So we have Matthew 11:28-29. We also have an Augustine quote: "Because you have made us for yourself, our hearts are restless till they find their rest in thee." And then I was talking about the yoke of Jesus is easy and light compared with the yoke of others. 2, it's easy and light as long as we don't rebel against it. And it has nothing to do with worries that are forbidden to us, does not include the burdens we choose to add to it. Sorry, it's hard to read because I had to smush it all in there. For freedom, Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit to a yoke of slavery. Next day, faith and works. Let your light shine so that men might see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And then I also have a little word study right there for glorify, to cause the dignity and worth to become acknowledged. And then we have a couple of verses here. Faith alone saves, but the faith that saves is not alone. Next day, wisdom in foolishness. So I again have another verse card. I love this one. I love the florals in this. Use some clear stickers as well as the ephemera. This could even be a little tuck spot if you wanted to tuck something in. I know Mindy often does that, but I just glued mine down. So I have some verses in here. I have a quote from Isaac Watts. He's the one that wrote, "When I surveyed the wondrous cross, forbid it, Lord, that I should boast, save in the death of Christ my God. All the vain things that charm me most, I sacrifice them to his blood." And then I also have this little thing right here. I just wrote notes everywhere. When I was really wanting to write a lot of notes, I just kind of filled them in anywhere where I could. So paradox in this is that crucified usually means weakness. Christ is the Messiah. And so Christ crucified together is a crazy paradox. I'm going to put them together. Next day is seeing the unseen. So I have this cute little deer here. I have 1 Peter 1, 8 and 9. The joy in here is translated as joy inexpressible. Occurs only here in the New Testament and is a joy so profound it is beyond words. Other verses in here, a little word study of what assurance is. Next day, impossible is possible. So a number of verses in here. Jesus, the preserver. We have, Jeremiah 13:17. Then I have over here, that goes along with Colossians 1:17, and he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. It says Jesus is described here as both unifying principle and personal sustainer of creation. Jesus is no deity was subtracted, rather humanity was added to his nature. That's a quote from Guzik. And then we also have Philippians 2, 6 through 7 in there. Okay, the last, I remember the cat was my last little page in here. I'm sorry, I thought I had one more day, but that is day 14. So if you do use a traveler's notebook, if you do a page per day, you are left with this one and also an extra one. Maybe you have your own bibliography you want to put in there, like where you got your notes from. I usually just add who quotes who right underneath, but you can make your own bibliography. If you have some extra notes for one day, you could just make one day 2 pages or page spreads, or if you just have some more notes or a prayer, that would be good. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with this page. I might write a prayer. But yeah, this is how I use all my stuff. So like I said, I use like the clear stickers, the ephemera, the flash cards, the stickers of letters, and that was basically it. I really kept it simple this month, but I love doing this every once in a while. It makes me kind of focus more on the study, and then I can move on and do some watercolor on these stamps as well. I'm really excited about it. I think I should have got the kit stamp out, but I might do the kit stamp and probably one of these floral ones, or I don't know. These are really cute too. Let me know down below. Actually, let me get the kit stamp so I can show you. It's not too far away. Okay, so leave me a note down below about what you would most like to see watercolored. This is really cool too, but it wouldn't involve much watercolor. So we could do snowmen. Vote down below. Snowmen, floral. I really like this one. That's one that I would do. Or house. Or this is the kit stamp. I really like these skis, or the skate would be cute, and maybe stamped some little snowflakes. So what would you vote if you had one to vote for? I might do 1 or 2 watercolors, but the kit stamp, or the houses, the florals, or the snowman. So let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this quick flip through. Sorry my words got all jumbled today. I haven't done a video in a little bit, and honestly, I'm just hurting from that fall. So I'm sorry for the mess ups that I had, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.